Welcome back to the Kaspa Silver YouTube channel. In today's video, I want to talk about what Kaspa KII is going to be bringing to the table to allow Kaspa to reach more and more global adoption. If you don't recall, back in September, there was a Kaspa in Enterprise event hosted by the Kaspa Industrial Initiative in Dublin. And at this event, Kaspa KII decided to showcase a lot of different things that are in the works to benefit Kaspa and allow Kaspa to be used in real world use cases. And a lot was discussed, and I'm going to go ahead and do an overview of what they're bringing to the table. So the first keynote presentation was brought by Paul Van Son, and if you don't know, he is the chairman of the Kaspa KII initiative, and he also was the founding CEO of DII, or Desert Energy, also known as Desertic Industrial Initiative, from 2009 until 2020, and he is now serving DII as its president, and currently he is also now the chairman of Kaspa KII. If you don't remember what DII was all about, these people that are behind the Kaspa Industrial Initiative are very focused on energy, and their goal is to utilize Kaspa in this energy sector and make it adoptable to a lot of big financial players. In this presentation, Paul Van Son was very clear about Kaspa and how this technology has come to be, and he showed this picture here which showcases how Kaspa is just the next innovation after Bitcoin, because pretty much since Bitcoin there has not been anything as groundbreaking as Kaspa, where they are innovating proof of work, but they are still focusing on maintaining decentralization and security. And this is exactly what Kaspa KII was specifically looking for in a cryptocurrency that they could potentially use to have that cryptocurrency integrate into the initiatives that they want to start. And for the longest time, Paul Van Son was talking about how they were continuously looking for a cryptocurrency and how they could possibly adopt crypto into the energy sector and into what they want to do, but they just could never find anything that would meet the requirements such as decentralization, scalability, and security. And when they looked at Bitcoin, they saw that it lacked in scalability and would never allow them to be able to do the initiatives that they want to bring into the crypto space. But when Kaspa was launched, they decided to take a look at it, and they said that it checked off all of their boxes in what they are looking for in a cryptocurrency. The next presentation was brought by Shai, and he is one of the main researchers for Kaspa, and his presentation was talking about why you should care about Kaspa. And he pretty much goes into the many things that I already talk about in this channel, but something that he did note in this presentation, which was pretty significant, is the fact that the smart contract architecture with on-chain sequencing will be the first MEV resistant smart contract architecture. And this is very important for people in the smart contract space. Now, MEV resistance is going to be something for another video that we can deep dive into, because personally, I still need to research it myself, but being MEV resistant is very, very important for smart contracts, because it basically just prevents people from being able to commit malicious acts on the network. And so Kaspa is working to be the first MEV resistant smart contract cryptocurrency, which will be a direct competitor to Ethereum in the future. The next presentation was then brought by Michael Sutton, which is one of the core developers of Kaspa. This guy is pretty much the main person that is behind the code, the Rust code, and has been kind of like leading the development space of Kaspa. And in this presentation, he just goes into a very technical presentation of Kaspa and basically just shows how Kaspa is a masterclass in scalability. And obviously, Kaspa cannot scale infinitely, but it can scale enough to allow for mass adoption across the whole entire world. And in this presentation, you can go ahead and watch that to learn more about the technicals of the Kaspa network. The next presentation was then explaining what is the KII initiative, and I already had done a video basically doing an overview of what KII is, and if you do want to check that out, you can go ahead and see that. I basically just go over everything that they had laid out in their website, but there was a lot of things that was not on the website that was mentioned at this event. But this was presented by Rory O'Neill, and he's part of the advisory board of the Kaspa Industrial Initiative and has a lot of background in the energy sector and was also working for DII in the past. And at this event, he was very clear that he wanted to make this Kaspa and Enterprise event an annual event. So pretty much every single year, they want to get together and talk about the initiatives that they're working on and updating the community on their progress. Another thing that he pointed out is how Kaspa is inclusive innovation and how it's ensuring progress for all. And because of Kaspa's open source and decentralized nature, they were very excited to adopt Kaspa and try to use it for the whole entire world, because despite anyone's political beliefs or any personal opinions, Kaspa itself is completely censorship resistant and fully decentralized. So this is why they have chosen Kaspa to try to use it and integrate it into many different initiatives in the future. One of their main goals as well is readjusting the misunderstanding when it comes to the energy narrative of proof of work. They know that this is a common thing within the media, that the proof of work mining is very energy intensive and basically just very wasteful. But the people behind KII don't actually believe that. And the Kaspa Industrial Initiative has one of the best people in the space to be actually trying to shift this narrative around and show how Kaspa is actually a lot more efficient and it is not wasteful, and they can actually find ways to make sure that the energy that Kaspa produces is actually useful. Now, next is KII's main initiatives on Kaspa, and this is where we're going to be for the bulk of the rest of this video, because on their YouTube channel they did present these three main things: Warp Core, Gigawatt Stablecoin, and ZX, or Zero Emission Trading Exchange. But on their X account, they actually made an overview article of everything that was actually presented and what is going to be worked on in the future, and there are a lot of things to discuss here. So let's go ahead and just dive into it right here for Warp Core. And Warp Core is connecting decentralized and traditional finance. It says here a core theme throughout the event was the connection between decentralized and traditional financial systems, and Warp Core is the bridge that makes this possible. Warp Core integrates Kaspa with the global financial system through compliance with ISO 222, the standard used in financial messaging around the world. This means that Kaspa can offer faster, more secure cross-border payments in a way that is compliant with global regulations. So the goal of Warp Core is to basically bring Kaspa to the global financial system by making sure that it is regulated and that they are following all the compliances that are needed so that Kaspa can actually be adopted to this scale. The next thing they announced was Gigawatt Coin, and this is driving the zero carbon economy, and this is the Gigawatt stablecoin. So Gigawatt Coin is a Kaspa native stablecoin. One of the most exciting developments announced will drive the zero carbon economy. Gigawatt Coin is not just another stablecoin, it's a financial instrument specially designed for the energy sector, backed by real world assets: renewable energy credits, carbon offsets, green bonds, physical energy infrastructure, and a basket of selected fiat assets. The coin is designed to be carbon neutral but aims to go further, becoming carbon negative by over-collateralizing carbon credits. This means that every transaction using Gigawatt Coin will actively reduce global carbon emissions, making it a vital part of the global effort to combat climate change. So they're basically just trying to position this stablecoin to be one of the main stablecoins in promoting that it is energy efficient and it is not wasteful at all. And it is cool to see that it will be backed by a basket of selected fiat assets. So imagine things like the dollar and the euro are going to be pegged to this stablecoin. The next thing they announced was ZX, and this is transforming the carbon and energy markets. Another breakthrough KII development program is ZX, a trading exchange for carbon and energy trading. ZX designed to fundamentally transform how we approach carbon markets and sustainable energy trading. The global carbon market projections indicate it would reach over 2 trillion by 2030. The carbon market lacks standardized protocols, leading to inefficiencies and uncertainties. Lack of transparency, inconsistent practices, and unclear certifications undermine trust and hinder investment. Inefficiencies, siloed operations reduce liquidity and increase transaction costs. To overcome these challenges, we are contributing to key trading standards, working alongside organizations like the Zero Emission Traders Alliance, co-funded by Paul Van Son. Zeta's mission to shape transparent markets for low to sub-zero carbon emission products by establishing clear standards and protocols, aligning with Zeta's vision, promoting the standardization, transparency, and trust in the carbon market, now being developed in collaboration with global partners and built upon Kaspa's technology. ZX represents a monumental shift in the tokenization and trading of green energy assets and their associated attributes. The initial focus will be the MENA region. And down below here, it discusses how they're going to be leveraging Kaspa's technology to do this. It says scalability, capable of handling high transaction volumes essential for a global trading platform. The security, advanced cryptographic protocols ensure data integrity and transaction authenticity. And then transparency, immutable Kaspa block data records foster trust and provide a transparent audit trail. It says down here, ZX will also allow investors to participate in fractional ownership of renewable energy projects such as wind farms and solar arrays, giving them a direct role in the green energy transition. So essentially, it sounds like this exchange is going to tokenize real world assets such as things like wind farms and solar arrays, and then you'll be able to actually invest into these things, all built on the Kaspa network. So it's going to be really interesting to see what comes of this in the future. The next thing they announced was KII Academy, fostering the next generation of innovators. And basically, the goal of KII Academy will provide financing for projects from 25,000 to 20 million euros. And it says we're building certified Kaspa applications with a new certification and screening process for projects, ensuring that only secure, vetted applications meet the highest standards. Kaspa Industrial Initiative's commitment to security and quality will help build trust in the ecosystem. So this is really interesting because this would basically just promote innovation within the Kaspa network. And this is basically funding for people to come in and learn about Kaspa. And then on top of that, learn on possibly innovating even more on top of the Kaspa network. Next, we have Kas Union, and this was actually a video that you could watch on the KII YouTube channel, and it was actually a very interesting video to watch. But it just says right here, our first pilot project is Kas Union, which aims to bring the global credit union movement into the digital age. Credit unions already embody decentralization and DeFi, as they are cooperatives owned and controlled by their members, who act as both shareholders and customers. And so if you don't know the difference between a credit union and a bank is basically a place where anyone can go to get loans or start an account or anything like that. And also, they are working for profit. And then a credit union is a place where only members of the credit union can get loans and basically interact with that bank, but they are a non-profit entity. And so essentially, Kas Union is a project that aims to just bring credit unions to the digital space and basically help them onboard them into the crypto space and mainly onboard them onto Kaspa. It says here, Kas Union is bringing secure, scalable, low transaction fee, decentralized finance to credit unions worldwide, empowering over 375 million members in 118 countries. A project transforming the credit union sector, reducing operational costs, and increasing financial inclusion through decentralized finance and a direct connection via Warp Core to the traditional financial world. Kas Union will be focused on giving the 1 billion unbanked people of the world a helping hand. Now, there's a couple more things that they announced, but I don't want to make this video too long, but they did announce the Kaspa Mobility Insurance Framework, also the CASPIP, Parametric Insurance, the Future of Risk Management, and basically all of these initiatives, especially Olive Chain and Airspace 3D, are all initiatives to basically tokenize things that are already in the real world and put them on the Kaspa network with smart contracts that will be coming in the future. And then the last thing they announced was Asset Mint, a high value RWA tokenization. And it says Asset Mint is an institutional grade platform on Kaspa designed in consultation with traditional asset owners to tokenize high value assets such as real estate, private equity, and commodities. Asset Mint offers enhanced liquidity, fractional ownership, and seamless integration with institutional portfolios. So it seems like they're going to build this on top of Kaspa and basically tokenize things like, I would even think like gold and silver. You can basically tokenize that and make tokenized versions of those things on Kaspa, and those things will be pegged to the real world asset so that you can basically get exposure to those things while remaining on the Kaspa network. And then last, they say here, a vision for the future. The Kaspa and Enterprise event was a powerful showcase of what's possible when Kaspa technology and its capabilities are applied to real world problems, whether it's transforming global finance, enabling sustainable energy markets, or driving faster disaster relief with parametric insurance. Kaspa is positioned to lead the next wave of industrial innovation. In a world that's changing faster than ever, Kaspa offers a new path forward, one that's inclusive, sustainable, and built for global scalability. It's a future we can all be a part of. And so it's really neat to see that Kaspa has this entire industrial initiative that exists for it, because these people are basically just going to be working hard in ensuring that Kaspa does reach that mass adoption. So it'll be interesting to see years down the road how much of these things will actually come out of Kaspa KII and how much of their work will actually pay off in bringing more people to Kaspa. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. And before we go, if you guys are interested in grabbing yourself a cold storage wallet for Kaspa, you can go ahead and click the link down below and head over to my link tree and see the different choices of cold wallets that you can choose from. But today we're going to talk about Tangem, and with Tangem, you can get 10% off your order. After you click the link, you can literally just click get Tangem here and it'll already apply my promo code, which is Kaspa Silver, and it gives you 10% off this order. If you're interested in this, you can go ahead and check this out. And if you use my promo code, I will receive a commission for that, and it greatly does support the channel. And it's vitally important that you do keep your Kaspa offline and off exchanges. Thank you guys again so much for watching this video. Please leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new around here. And as always, don't be average, be different.